Promiscuous and drunken hit-and-run driver turned nun named Sister Jude on the very strange and scary American Horror Story Asylum. Watch it Wednesdays at 10 on FX. Please welcome Jessica Lange. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you.
Your show is very, very scary. I'd heard you said you don't actually watch it, so I am here to confirm that I became so scared I had to turn it off.
How far did you get?
I got about maybe
5
18 minutes into it, and I just said, this is it's upsetting me. I'm not a coward. I think this is what they call them, yeah. I don't like scary things, and but it seemed to be very good for those...
For those who do like scary things.
Who are not scared by those sorts of things,
well, I mean, there's more to it than just, like, the scary part. There actually, I mean, the writing is wonderful, and there's some interesting characters, and there are some, you know... I mean, they take on a few things.
You've got some Nazi stuff going on there.
There's a little Nazi stuff. There's a little Catholic church, you know. I mean, it's a broad... It covers a lot of ground.
It definitely covers a lot of ground. And where do you shoot the show? Here in Los Angeles? Because I always thought you lived in New York.
I do live in New York, but we shoot here at Paramount Studios.
I got you. And so you'll go back and forth?
Well, I'm here, you know, until we finish, which is about a month from now, and then I go back home.
Very nice. And you also have a cabin that you spend some time in.
I do. I have a place up in the north woods of Minnesota. And
you go there and just for peace and quiet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful. It's, you know, there's a lake and there's a pond and a river, and it's deep in the birch forest, you know, and big pine trees. It's incredibly quiet and remote.
Are you outdoorsy? Do you kill your own squirrels and eat them, that sort of thing?
I haven't done that.
You've
no.
not? Huh.
No, but I mean, yeah, we swim, you know. I mean, we walk. We're outside a lot when in the summer, not so much in the winter.
But no rodent killings in preparation, nothing like that.
You mean for food?
Yeah, for food.
No,
yeah,
I usually go to the store.
Food or fun, either one of those things.
No, we're not big hunters in my family.
I hate to bring this up because I'm sure you get sick of talking this, but this King Kong is one of my all-time favorite movies. It really is. I feel like an ape just sitting here next to you right now. This was your first movie. I didn't realize that. To make the cover of Time magazine for your first movie.
And look, it only cost $1.
Yeah, it only cost $1 back then. But was that exciting for you to be I mean, really to burst on the scene like that, like you did? I mean, you really became almost a household name in a week.
Yeah, that wasn't my plan originally.
What was your plan?
You know, I had been living in Paris for many years, and I had been studying mime with this old master, and at a certain...
You've been studying mime?
Yeah. Not this... No, don't. I'm sorry, it's not that kind of stuff.
Well, what kind of stuff was it?
It was very...
Was there talking in it?
Only sometimes.
Only sometimes? And for years, you studied mime.
I studied mime. I lived in Paris. And then at a certain point, I decided that there wasn't a great future in mime. So
How long did it take you to arrive at that?
You know, I'm a little slow. But it didn't matter because I was having a good time in Paris.
I see. I got you. Yeah.
It was
okay. So how many hours a day would you be studying mime in Paris?
Well, you know... Well, you find that funny, don't you?
I don't know why.
I don't either.
Because it seems like
Where else would you study
mime? You can learn
mime?
it all in like 2 weeks, right? I don't know. It's like, okay, number one, be quiet. Number two, you got to put white stuff on your face.
No, see, you're all wrong right away.
Am I really? There's no white stuff on the face?
No. No.
Well, what kind of mime was this?
Well, I'll tell you. It was, okay... I mean, I can give you an obscure reference, but you know film, right?
Well, barely. I know King Kong. That's
Oh,
about
well, then
that for me is the top of the heap.
Oh, well, then you're not gonna get this
I'm not
reference.
gonna get. Well, maybe there'll be one person in our audience that gets it.
Okay. I studied with the man who developed this technique with another great artist by the name of Jean-Louis Barrault.
Oh, yeah.
And they did a film. Oh, you do know him.
Oh, yeah. It's
They
fan
did
of
a
his work.
film that was called Children of Paradise, which was a classic French film.
Okay.
And that, if you look at that, you'll get an idea of what they were doing.
I see. Okay.
But you don't have to, because...
I won't.
No. This isn't going to matter
I'll
tomorrow.
be honest with you. No, it won't matter. It won't matter. I just love the idea of
won't
you
even
being
matter
trapped in the
later
box
tonight.
and the whole thing.
No,
Were you
it's-
trapped in a box? Was there an imaginary fan blowing at you?
No, there was nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
No, not walking the tightrope, none of that stuff.
Okay.
No.
Nothing. No Shields and Yarnell type stuff.
No, but we've gotten off track.
I'm sorry. Yes. So we
Okay.
should get back on track. Back to the monkey.
No.
Was this a
what-
real monkey?
Actually, you asked. Okay. Was it a real monkey? No.
Was King Kong nice? He seemed like he was really nice.
Yeah,
See, maybe I should have studied mime and I wouldn't talk so much.
well, no. I mean, here's what it was. You know, I had no intention of, like, this being my first film or my first acting job. That wasn't... I mean, I'd come back from Paris. Forget about the mime.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'd come back from Paris to New York to study acting
Uh-huh. Okay.
because I felt there was no future with the other thing.
Right.
So I came back to New York. I was studying acting, and out of the blue, I got a call saying, would you want to audition for a film? Which I thought was kind of, you know.
Sure.
So I said, sure, yeah. I mean, it sounded like a lark, and they were going to... I mean, I was living on, like, 50 cents a day. I was waitressing at the Lion's Head in New
You
York
don't have to explain this. This is one of the greatest movies ever made, as far as I'm concerned.
So they were going to fly me to Los Angeles and put me up in some fancy Beverly Hills. I've never been here before. Put me up in a fancy hotel, and I thought, wow, why not? Why not? And I went in and I did this audition, and they didn't pay any attention to me. And then I started doing the scenes, and then a few more people drifted in to watch, and then, then finally the producer came, and then the director showed up. And by the time I left town, they'd given me this part. But this wasn't really what I wanted to do.
You didn't want to be in a giant monkey hand?
No, I really... No, because...
Weird. It's all I want.
it might still be around.
Hey, listen, I would love it. I'd love to have this in my home. It would make a great couch.
Wouldn't it?
Imagine
Yeah.
having the guys over to watch football on that thing. We're going to take a quick break. Jessica Lange is here with us. Her show is called American Horror Story Asylum. We'll be right back. We're back with Jessica Lange. If you happen to have a copy of this magazine, take a look through it. There's some good stuff in there. How are you?
Gosh.
Everything's good. Okay, so this show, American Horror Story Asylum, you won the Emmy. Congratulations last year for this show. But now this year, you're playing an entirely different character, and it's some of the cast is the same from last year, but people are playing different characters on the show.
They brought back some of the actors, but it's a completely different story, different characters, different time, different place. I mean, it's like a new... It's
a whole new thing.
Yes.
Did you know that was going to be the case when you started doing this show?
Well, when I started doing it, I agreed to do it just for 1 year because I thought it would be an interesting experience, to play a character over a period of time, but not one that continues like weeks and weeks but it would give me the opportunity, kind of like on stage, when you play something for 12 weeks or 14 weeks, you have time to develop.
Not in television, though. Yeah.
No, actually, what I found really interesting about last year, and which is more interesting this year, is the character. The character that I play this year goes on a tremendous journey from where she starts to where she ends up. So it's been very, yeah, I mean, it's great as an actor to be able to do that. And they also know what kind of stuff I like to do, so they throw a lot of that my way.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
And do you let them know beforehand, or they've just kind of figured it out
Well,
through
they
trial and error?
figured it out a little bit, but then I also, like, say, you know, I'd like to do a song. Because I'm not a singer, but why not? You know, so then they give me like a nightclub
They bring
act.
the gang from Glee over
Right.
to American Horror Story.
No, actually they do, and I work.
Really?
Yeah, I work with the choreographers from Glee, which is really, it's kind of humiliating, but it's all right. It's all right, you know. It's
Well,
like, okay, this foot, then that foot, you know. But
well, it's great to have you here. It really is, and congratulations on all
Thank
the
you.
success. And on behalf of television, we're happy to have you doing it. Jessica Lange, everyone, American Horror Story, Asylum, Wednesdays at 10 on FX. We'll be right back with Adam Pally.